Good morning, farm friends. It's a chilly morning, but the snow that we had just a couple days ago is mostly melted. You can see a little bit right there in the shade. But anyway, we've got some friends coming to the farm today. You may recognize them. So come along and see what we're doing today. And we're trying to get it done quickly so we can go to Blake's baseball games this afternoon. I say games plural because if they win the first one, they'll play in the championship. The first round of the tournament was on Thursday and we won, but it was so cold and windy. Thursday night it snowed 3 inches, so the games yesterday on Friday were canceled. And they're going to, instead of it being a double elimination tournament, they changed it to single elimination. And so if they can win their game at 1 o'clock, they'll play immediately after in the championship. So anyway, we'll take you along and show you a little baseball, but I'm excited to show you who's coming to the farm and do a little bit here before I go to the baseball games. So before our other guests get here, I have my niece Sarah here helping me out with Chief. She's gonna go for a ride. And my nephew Ryan. How are you, Ryan?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, thank you, Sarah. You're awesome. How old are you now?
I'm 12.
12? And how about you, Ryan?
I'm
9 years old. You look 19. I'm just kidding. All right, well, thank you for helping me with Chief. We'll get him saddled and let you guys ride. I'll probably go catch Nollie too. Well, it's fun having Eho back with his mom, Nollie. We were able to buy Nollie back. A lot of you were like, you've got to get her out of that bad situation, and she never got as thin as Eho just because she had already grown and developed, and Eho was malnourished as a baby. We're glad to have her back on the farm, and I'm just gonna let my nieces and nephews mess with Nollie a little bit, ride her around. She's such a good pony. And Eho is looking amazing. So excited about his transformation and excited to start training on him this summer. So here's my other niece, Nicole. We call her Coco. And she's going to deworm a horse for the first time. So guys, this is called ivermectin, and it kills worms. Here. Okay, hold that. And see, it's kind of hard to video. You want to video us real quick, Sarah? All right, so right here, I don't know if you can kind of zoom in, it says the body weight. So 250 pounds, 500, 750, 1,000. Now, Nollie here is probably about 700 pounds. She's a pony, but she's a fat pony. So we'll adjust it to her weight, and then so what you'll do, Nicole, is you'll just slip it in here. I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna let you. But you'll slip it in her jaw there, and then you'll push that all the way in so you get all the paste inside, okay? Go ahead and do it. I'll hold the horse. Don't push it until you have that shoved up in there pretty good. Okay, now push the blue thing all the way in. Push hard. Oh man, you're amazing at that. Good job. You just dewormed a horse. But poor worms, they're not gonna like you. Thank you. So Gold 66 thinks he's pretty cool jumping up here playing with Chief. They're just goofing around. But Gold 66 is a young stallion and he's filling his oats and he thinks he's really cool. Oh, he did bite. Oh, he pulled the halt. What the heck? Okay. There we go. Sorry, Chief. Looks like Gold 66 bit it and pulled it off of you. But anyway, we're gonna put a saddle on these two and let these kids ride for a little bit. And then Moses and Polly from High Desert Homestead will be here. All right, so Coco's on Nollie here. And Sarah's riding Chief. It's fun to have my nieces and nephew here. Their whole family came and spent the night with us since their brother's in the same baseball tournament with Blake. And hopefully they play each other for the championship. That would be fun. So, all right, so Coco, you go in the round pen and get used to her for a while. How's Chief doing, Sarah?
He's doing really good.
So awesome. You know what Nollie means in Navajo?
Nope.
Means grandma. Since she's kind of an older pony, we call her Nollie. All right, you have fun and get used to her for a while, and then we'll let Ryan have a turn, okay? Well, it's fun having Moses here. Moses and Polly just showed up and he's gonna help me just mess with Pearl for a little bit. She's still has a long ways to go. We haven't had the time to mess with her too much, and she's got a lot of learning to do. So we'll just mess with her for a few minutes. But if you haven't checked out High Desert Homestead, go check them out, subscribe to their channel, and see what Moses has been doing with Prince Jack. I am so excited. Prince Jack's our male donkey that he's taken, and he's getting him trained to pull, and we're just super excited. But Moses said, hey, while I'm here, he's gonna pick up a harness and a little chariot we have that Prince Jack can pull. And while he is here, he is nice enough to say, let me help you mess with Pearl for a few minutes. So now don't let him pull your shoulder out. Ryan, you stay here with me, okay? This horse is just barely learning how to lead, and so we don't want him to hurt you or Moses here. We're gonna try to get her over to the round pen.
The one wearing the clothing?
What's that?
The one wearing the clothes?
The one where Aunt Vicky is over there. I'm just staying back enough to put a little pressure without. Sorry, we're giving you a workout right off the bat. Here, let me go open that gate.
Yeah, you open that gate, babe?
It's real heavy though. I can grab it, Polly. Oh, Polly's a good hand here. She knows what she's doing. Aren't you from Tisnos Pass? Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, Ryan, I don't want you getting hurt, so go in there with Aunt Vicky real quick, okay? So, Polly, are you riding Prince Jack now?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I might give him hay.
Give him hay, huh? All right, so super nice of Moses to work with me for a little bit with Pearl here. Since Blake's got baseball games today, we won't have a lot of time, but any time at all with Moses is a treat. He's been an equine clinician and really knows his stuff. Pearl's got a long ways to go, but she's come a long way too. I mean, she's leading pretty good right now. Part of it's because I'm behind, and I told you I think she could be pregnant, but today she's kind of acting like she could be in heat, so maybe she's not pregnant. So
Bring your energy level down there, sis.
she did pretty dang good there.
Her biggest thing, she just unsure of the world.
Yeah. We really haven't had a lot of time. We got her and she was so poor that we just started pouring good feed to her, and I catch her and brush her once in a while, but that's all I've had time to do so far.
Soul is lonely, sad and blue. Ain't got no love and shoulders to lean on. There's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go cross the river and you'll be fine. Go counting winners, it's right down the line. You'll be alright on sunny side. Lost in the city lights, ain't got nowhere to turn your winding wheels. There's always the sunny side. Across the river, take a ride, take a swim, my friend, and paddle your guitar. Across the river, you'll be fine. Go counting winners.
I appreciated your explanation to me of the balls and blocks, and at first I was like, what's he talking about? But a ball, you kick it and it's gonna go crazy. It reacts quickly. A ball does, but a block of wood, it takes more effort to get that thing to move. So is that kind of how you described a ball and block?
Yeah, more like a concrete block somehow. So it's all about bringing balance. You know, you have to work with what you have, and you have certain limitations with the animal, but if you have a block, then you have to start thinking, okay, I've got to take and get more out of this horse. So my balance is, I'm not going to let it sit still for very long.
Oh, I see.
So that it's expectation, it's all about expectation. If you don't ever expect, you don't ever get.
Okay.
With this horse here, I just want her to sit still a minute.
So
she's just ready to go. So I'm going to take every opportunity to make this a good place for her.
Oh, good.
So where she's quiet, she's comfortable, and then she'll start following my leadership because I'm making it a nice place.
That makes sense. So for her, the expectation's to calm down a little bit instead of to not move so much.
Yeah, not be worried about me so much. Let her find some comfort in my presence instead of being scared. And it's kind of how everybody thinks, because everybody did it for so many years. Just work a horse until they get tired and they'll stop moving their feet. But a hot-blooded horse or an extreme ball, they'll work and then they'll just stop and air up so they can go some more. So you can't use that psychology on them. So you really have to see what type of horse you have, what type of animal you have, and then adapt your training regiment to that.
Okay.
Good girl. That's the first time she really let down there. She didn't really blow or anything, but when you're right there with them, you can kind of feel them tense and they're breathing hard and their heart's pumping. And right there, she just kind of.
Yeah, I could tell she kind of relaxed.
Girl.
Now we've done a lot of round pin work without lunging them. Do you like lunging them on a lion like that better?
Oh yeah.
Really?
The only time I use round pinning is to build that confidence, because once I get the rope on them, I've got a little bit more leverage with them. I don't just round pin them. Once I get a horse to where they're not just dragging me off, I'll get out of the round pin and lunge them outside the round pin.
Oh, really?
Because you can build that leadership on the rope a whole lot better than you can just loose.
Okay.
Takes a little bit of the variable out of the equation. They're free to do whatever out there on that rail. I can start critiquing them a little bit better. So I'll use the round pin, use round pinning techniques to get them caught and kind of start that process. But once I get a rope on them, I'm gonna put a rope on them every time.
Okay.
Right here, you ever see horses standing around the field? This is where they'll nip one another, right here.
Yeah?
They'll be standing there nipping.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
This releases endorphins.
Really?
Yeah.
And so they actually like it when you start scratching them there.
Releases good chemicals in the brain.
She's sure starting to look prettier. I don't know if you saw her video when we brought her home from Ganado, but
Oh yeah.
she was so skinny and her hair was scraggly. We've wormed her a couple times and she's starting to look a lot better.
That's a pretty horse.
It is a pretty horse, huh?
They have the right center field. That's their drop. Double for Brooke
Awesome.
Pollard. Ground ball up the middle. One run on score. Take it first. 2 runs to score.
Yes! Way to go, bud! Way to go!
For Brooke Pollard.
2 RBIs. Way to go. Tie it up.
For the plate, number 20. Ready to move! Go for it. Ground ball to Bannon. Homer for the out. And that's on base. No run scorer. City Wildcats victorious. 9-4 over City Wildcat. And the 2022 champion plaque, first place goes to the Joseph City Wildcat. Again, I'd like to thank everybody who came out to this year's baseball and softball tournament.